Hi, I'm Bing Bong,
And I'm Sadness.
and we're your family leaders from the UVSA Leadership Summit. We're here to talk about elections because our term is coming to an end.
Yeah, that's sad. Doesn't it make you want to cry?
But sadness, we should be excited for the new E-word because that means new friends.
I guess you're right.
Hello! My name is Michelle,
My name's Andrew.
and we're the 2017 to 2018 co-presidents of UVSA Ontario. So we're here today to talk about the upcoming elections and discuss our roles, responsibilities, and experiences of being co-presidents this year. So Andrew, what are some of our roles and responsibilities?
Yeah, so some of our roles and responsibilities as co-presidents of UVSA is to kind of motivate and establish an environment where we're being inclusive, enthusiastic, as well as open to the VSAs.
Yeah, we are also trying to attend community meetings to increase partnerships and networks.
We're also there to be an outlet to the VSAs where we set up meetings where necessary. This is kind of with regards to Ignite.
We also want to build a good relationship with the member schools of UVSA Ontario, so that could involve like attending some of their events, just chatting with them to make sure they're on the right track, and just overall promoting a good environment.
Yeah, and as co-presidents, we're here to kind of create this vision, our goal with the exec team as well as the VSAs for the school year and school term.
And overall, we want to be a mentor for all members of VSAs and the execs on UVSA Ontario.
Yeah, so Michelle, so we kind of went through our roles and responsibilities. I was just wondering, and working with me throughout the whole term as well as the whole team, what did you learn from the whole experience when you were with me, with the whole team, as well as the community?
I think what I first realized is that you're not just working with the VSAs or your team or your community, it's like working with everyone at once. And you might think that because we're part of this organization, we all have the same values and work ethics, but I guess we realize that there are a lot of times when our values may shift and might not align, or our ethics and stuff are not the same. So it's always a matter of like coming to common ground and trying to acknowledge our common vision so that we can make compromises and work towards a goal that we can all agree on. And also, it's really important to recognize that it's always a two-way relationship. It's not about just what you want, it's about what others can gain from that experience or that collaboration. So with all that said, at the end of the day, it's still really important for you to remember the goals of the organization, the values and pillars that we stand for. So that would include like leadership, cultural awareness, philanthropy, etc. Even though everyone has different values, because we are representatives of UVSA Ontario, that is what we need to prioritize and stand up for. But I'm curious, Andrew, what was the most challenging part about being president, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I guess one of the most challenging parts about being president was this year was kind of the first time UVSA Ontario did a co-presidency position. And we kind of came into this position with different visions and different kind of work habits. So initially it was kind of hard to work together and kind of find a common ground, but as the year progressed and as we kind of got feedback from the executive members on our team, we learned that communication was really key. We learned that transparency is really key. So it's important that even if you're making mistakes, you're communicating with your execs about this, because kind of working on UVSA is not all like smooth sailing, so there's going to be some bumps along the road, but that's okay because you can kind of take those experiences and learn from them. I also learned that you have to about like knowing your exec team and kind of listening to them, because they are your team and they are kind of the foundation to kind of create your vision for UVSA. We're so grateful this year that we had such a strong exec team who were always willing to listen to us and also hear our concerns, and they also brought up a lot of concerns that we may have overlooked as presidents. So we're extremely thankful about that. So just to sum it up, communication is really key. It's important to be transparent and kind of communicating with all of your exec members. And like your exec team is kind of the glue that holds UVSA together. So kind of that old saying, you are as strong as your weakest members. It's important to kind of come together as a comprehensive team and work towards making that vision come to life.
Yeah. So having said all that, if someone was interested in applying, how could they do so, or how are they eligible for it?
Yeah, so if you're interested to apply, this co-presidency or presidency position can be held by up to 2 members, or it can be filled by 1 member in the case of the president solo role. So can anybody apply to this presidency position, Michelle?
So they have to be either an alumni or a current member on the board who has served for at least 1 year as an executive member or as committee member. So this video is part of a series where we ask the e-board members on our team about their experiences on UVSA Ontario. The next person that we're going to be interviewing is Jennifer Tran, who was our lovely VP admin. My question to Jennifer is, when was the moment you felt empowered, both in your role as VP admin and as an e-board member on UVSA? Andrew, what's your question for Jennifer?
That's a really good question. My question's a little open-ended, so it's what does YEDID mean to you? Yeah, so I guess that kind of concludes our questions that we have for VP admin. So stay tuned as our video will be released for that after our video. If you have any questions, I guess you can contact Michelle or I through social media or through our emails. We'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, we look forward to seeing your applications.
Yeah, we really hope that you take on the challenge and take on this role and see what you can do with UVSA Ontario.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.